Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan Nair, and here basically we are discussing about the one topic that is basically the attraction, and in attraction basically the fast attraction. So here basically we are discussing that what actually the fast attraction is. In this topic basically we one person basically asked one question basically. What is difference between one normal education person and basically the experienced person basically? They told that basically one normal education person basically he is doing the education in one I assume that he is doing one education in one of the university, and there basically he attracts with that 300 city. Attract means he basically connects with this the 300 city, and the another basically person basically who was educated, and that person basically he told that basically he basically is connected with the he is basically connected with the chain of that particular 300 cities basically, chain of 300 cities basically, chain of 300 cities basically. Then basically one person told that what actually this mean basically. Then he told that basically it means like this basically. For example, one person basically one person USA basically told that we want the entire history of this particular one person basically. Then basically that person told that basically where basically visited the each and everything basically roadmap basically. Then basically they told that basically this actually what says this. They told that basically we want to diagnose basically from where basically he got the disease basically. That basically you can find from the blood cells basically which he is getting, or basically you can find the energy basically from the power company. From that basically you can easily able to find the disease basically blood cells from where basically he got the blood cells, that disease basically. For that basically the physical areas are also basically created from where the each and every things basically are created, whatever object basically he has eaten or he has basically consumed, or basically whatever things he has done. Then basically he told that basically yeah basically you are correct basically. But he told that basically we want the exact he actually got heart attack. So we want to know the reason basically from where basically he got the heart attack. Then basically he told that basically we need to do map the entire road map basically of that particular person basically how he visited each and everything. So basically we want to write the death reason. In a heart attack basically he died. So in that basically we want to write down the death reason basically. That's why basically we want this particular roadmap basically. So that basically roadmap basically he basically was able to he basically told that from childhood basically he was doing this that then basically connected to this school, then basically he left that school and connected to another school, then basically connected to another school, then basically connected to college, then he connected to institute, then he connected to another institute, then basically started his services basically like this basically the entire roadmap basically we want. From then only basically we can able to track basically when this actually the heart attack basically attraction was activated. So he told that basically the heart attack attacks basically was activated when he was basically doing the schooling basically. That time basically something basically he has eaten, that basically was activated just now basically. Due to that basically he got the heart attack basically. Then basically he told basically here basically the blood cells also sometimes basically don't give the result basically. So for that basically we need the entire roadmap energy basically. Oh, that's why basically you want the entire roadmap basically. So to find out the death reason. Yeah, yeah, basically. Then basically he told that basically each and everything basically each and every people basically are connected like this only. And like this basically there are 800 or more than 800, that is, assume that it's a 900 crore people basically in this world basically, and they basically have roadmaps of the energy basically in the environment only basically. Thus energy basically never gets end basically. One person told that basically in Mumbai basically he has visited, that roadmap basically was washed about basically from the rain basically. No, that was basically a temporary roadmap basically, which was created by the energy companies. But the real roadmaps are there basically, who basically never gets out basically. So that roadmap basically we are talking about. Oh, that roadmap we are talking about. So like this, basically they told that basically we can give you this roadmap, basically entire roadmap, basically from where basically on this day, basically where he was, this that day, basically where he was, when he was in Mumbai, when he was in Bangalore, what are the things basically happened when he was in Delhi, what are the things happened when he was in Bangalore, what are the things happened when he was in Dubai, what are the things happened when he was basically in Oman, basically what are the things happened when he was basically in Delhi, basically what are the things happened when he was in Vadodara city, what are the things happened. So like this basically generate the roadmap basically we want, because we want the exact reason basically how basically that heart attack basically blood cells got activated, because it might possible that heart attack poison basically was given long before basically somebody might have given heart attack poison long before. So that reason basically we want to find out from where actually he got the exact heart attack blood cells. Okay, so you want this reason basically. Yeah. So like this basically each and every people told that basically we also basically want the entire roadmap. For that basically the permission basically only government basically have. They want the exact reason. The person basically who died basically was basically very rich person. That's why they want the rich means in power basically. He was a rich person. So that's why basically they want the exact reason basically, so that basically they can basically, because they told that basically there might be some government's enemy basically who might have done this long before basically. So like this basically he basically told that basically yeah basically you can get the um, you can basically get the each and every roadmap of each and every people basically. If you want the roadmap of entire people of Mumbai city, you can get. If you want the roadmap of entire Vadodara city, you can easily able to get. If you want the roadmap of entire Bangalore city, basically you can able to get. If you want the entire roadmap of Dubai city, basically you can easily able to get. From childhood to till now, basically what is the time ongoing. The USA basically told that basically we have this type of software basically which gives the entire roadmap. Basically, if you want, basically we can send you in the text format. If you want in image format, then also basically we can send you in the image format. So which format basically you want the data? Basically, just tell me. Then basically we can send you the data according to in that format. Then basically the person basically was told that basically yeah basically we want the reason. One person told that basically if he visited the planes basically then what? If he has visited the helicopters then that road that also basically we can find basically from that basically. For example, he visited planes basically 4 to 5 times, and then basically if he has basically eaten there basically anything, then basically that basically very difficult. No, then he told that basically we have the data of the satellite group basically. How satellite groups basically the satellite groups told that basically we will send you the data from where when he basically picked the plane and when he basically picked the helicopter. That type of data basically also we have when basically gone basically down to the earth, and basically then basically that roadmap also basically we can give you. Then the USA people basically told that okay, basically we will give you the data, but that will basically is the secret data, so basically you can't leak that data basically. So like this basically he given the entire Mumbai city data, entire Bangalore data, entire Delhi data, entire Vadodara city data, entire Ahmedabad data, entire Surat data, entire Uttar Pradesh data, entire Madhya Pradesh data, entire Bihar data, entire Noida data, entire Ghaziabad data, entire basically India data basically. There are basically in India basically more than 180 crore people are there basically. So they basically given the entire 180 crore people's data basically in the form of text form. So that was basically the you can say the horoscope basically of that particular person basically. That also basically you can say. So horoscope industry told that basically like this only basically we create the horoscope basically. like this only basically we create the horoscope. For example, like this only basically we create the horoscope. So like this the basically attraction basically comes into the picture. So this attraction basically was of the uh, how he basically was died with the on the base of the heart attack. So this was basically death attraction basically. So they want to track basically how basically he got the heart attack. For that only basically they find some resources basically. They basically found some resources from the internet, and they reached to the United States of America, one of the software company, and there basically they told that basically yeah basically we can give you the roadmap, and they basically given the roadmap up from the plane also basically they given the from the plane basically when he picked up the plane, when he basically was in plane for particular time, when he basically landed from plane, when basically he got out from the airport basically. So like this basically he was basically the person basically who asked the report from USA, he was actually literally shocked basically. This type of data basically USA basically contains. This type of data basically United States of America contains. Then basically he told that yeah basically the world is basically very digital basically. So entire things are basically digitally. The world basically is totally converted into digital basically. So these all the things are basically normal things basically. One person. So like this basically he told that we want the entire data of India basically. There are 180 crore, more than 180 crore people. We want the data of entire India basically. We want to diagnose one thing basically. Then particular person told that basically why you required this data, yeah? Why basically require? Why basically you are just wasting the time and doing the time pass by getting the data basically. Then he basically given one example basically. That example basically literally basically is going to solve lots of problems. Then he told that basically literally this problem can solve the pollution problem also basically. And he told that basically you basically the entire world is basically suffering that pollution problem basically. So just give that solution basically. Then he basically given one example. The example was like this basically. Um, he basically told that basically we want to circulate this type of energy in this city basically. He told that basically one person basically if he enters that city basically his energy basically connects to the heart attacks. From his energy basically the heart attacks basically automatically heart attack energy basically connects automatically. When he basically connects to the particular city, then basically the sardi basically disease basically connects automatically to that city basically. I'm telling. Then one person told that basically if you want to give sardi in Delhi basically, then why you have sent that particular person to Uttar Pradesh basically? Why you have sent that particular person to Uttar Pradesh? Then he basically given one example basically. That example basically shocked a lots of things. The example was like this basically. He told that on this date particular, this power supply is basically we are going to supply to Delhi, and in this power supply basically that person basically energy is also included. On this date basically we are going to power give power supply to Delhi, and Delhi is basically going to get power supply from Uttar Pradesh on this date, and in this date basically this person basically energy was also going to give to the Delhi basically. From that basically Delhi is going to get sardi. So like this basically he was shocked basically. Like this basically he was shocked. Then basically he told that this is basically the international level things basically which is ongoing. Then he basically told that basically from like this basically you are circulating sardi, and then basically he told that we are basically not only circulating sardi but the pollution also basically we are circulating like this basically. Lots of people says that we are not able to solve the pollution problem. We are not able. We are finishing that. We are finishing that. Then also pollution are not getting solved. So he told that basically this is also basically one of the reason basically if you find basically the things basically in proper chain basically, in proper chain basically. So he told that basically one of the solution is this also, basically the things basically are which is getting destroyed, that is also basically one of the problem of pollution basically. But if you diagnose this basically, this also basically connects to lots of pollution basically. If the city is basically containing 100% pollution basically, then 50 percentage pollution basically you will basically going to basically what to say, going to wash out from this 50%, going to wash out from this basically solution basically. Like this basically it's not about one person basically, it's about the entire Uttar Pradesh. How many people are there in Uttar Pradesh? Then basically he diagnosed their blood cells. Then basically when that blood cells are going to give the energy to the Delhi basically, then what happens? Each and everything basically he told basically you have to take the draw the you have to give the draw map. You have to basically draw one map basically for that. For that basically only medical group basically can do this, who are basically into experts and basically who are good into the medical side basically. They only basically can diagnose this basically. They need the entire data. For example, they need the entire data of Delhi also basically, because that power supply is going to supply to Delhi, and that time basically when the power supply is going to supply to Delhi basically, that time basically what is the basically current status of the Delhi? How many buildings are there? Which type of buildings are affecting this all energy basically? This each and everything basically you have to find out basically. For that basically you have to create one team only basically. Medical team is there, then the construction team is there, then the energy teams are there basically, then the power company teams are there. You have to basically do the meeting basically, and you have to draw the map basically. You have this this, if you create one this map basically as a digital basically, then it would be good basically. If you create one software for this basically, that would be good basically. He told that basically if we are dumping this whole energy into this city, then basically what are the things going to happen? That basically comes to one another software basically creation. So basically one person told that, Sunil, are you basically working for business development officer? Because you basically in this all video basically you generated one more new project basically, that is basically this project, which that is basically one project. One person is basically telling that he have a sardi, and basically when he dump his energy, Uttar Pradesh energy, to the Delhi basically, then the things basically totally change the of the environment of the Delhi. So this what basically converts to one software basically. That is basically the data swapping software basically. Uttar Pradesh is swapping his data to the Delhi basically. Delhi will be swapping his data to Uttar Pradesh. Delhi might be swapping his data to Bangalore. Bangalore might be swapping his data to the Vadodara city. Vadodara will be swapping his data to Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad will be swapping his data to Chennai basically. Like this basically the things are basically getting to. So basically one of the person told that medical industry has reached up to that level basically. So then they might be having not might be having this type of software basically. Then basically they might not be having this software. Then basically he told that if they might be having this software, then why the world basically is facing the global warming problem? Yeah, that is also basically good question basically you asked. That is also basically good question basically you actually asked. Then particular one person told that this type of thing basically they are Harvard basically group says that we have lots of utility in this world, and we basically sells the utility, and utility basically software is also one utility. Then they told that basically Harvard group basically Harvard Oxford group basically might be having this utility. Can we ask this utility from the can we ask this type of utility basically Harvard University have or not? Then basically they told that basically we have, but not exactly like this utility, because they told that basically if we create this utility, then basically it might possible that another chain might get generate. Another chain also basically might generate. For that also basically we have to create the infrastructure basically. They literally basically given one intelligent answer basically. So one person told that before any creation of the any of the software basically, the new ideas basically, he told that basically you have to think 100 times. he told that basically you have to think 100 times because it's connected with the infrastructure directly. I had taken one example of the CRM project basically. TCS company basically created, and the power supply company told that basically we have basically dumped 17, 18 types of ideas in the power supply company, power supply chain to the TCS, which is chained to the TCS basically. And then that basically the power supply is basically that power supply is basically used by the managers, and that managers basically groups are you know, manager basically groups are basically having that power supply basically. So like this basically this is also one of the attraction object basically, one of the attraction object basically of the person is supposed to move to the next generation, or he is not supposed to move to the next generation. Means his generation can move to the next, or his generation basically can't move to next. So this is basically the topic is ongoing, and this is also one of the part. And next part also basically we are going to discuss about this something new basically, and in that also basically we might generate one new software basically.